What's up, everybody? Thomas E316 here, and I'm bringing you my WWE 2K20 Universe mode. Now, what I decided to do was a Legends Universe mode. We got the SummerSlam Arena because apparently this game is very glitchy with custom arenas and stuff like that. So I decided to do that. I went with the old school 80s look. Here's a look at my champions. We got Andre the Giant as the 88 to 98 champion, the Winged Eagle belt. I decided to go with the WCW Gold belt with Ric Flair because that belt I think is also sick. Attitude Era belt, Intercontinental Champion, European Champion. We also got the WCW United States Champion because I think it looks so cool. And the classic women's belt with China, of course. Now let's look at some of the wrestlers that we have here. I decided to go with most of them are old school legends. Some of them still wrestle today, but they were from back then. The reason why I don't have a tag team division is because this game, for some reason, when you have a tag team division, you can't have them compete for singles titles, even though sometimes it slips by and allows you to. Like Triple H 2001, I feel like he's definitely in line for an Attitude Era heavyweight championship, and for some reason the game, if you put him with, let's say, Shawn Michaels and DX, and I want him competing for the the tag team champions, they can't do it. So that's why I'm not going to do it. I'm pretty much going to set my own. I have the Rock and Sock Connection as the tag team champions, and every once in a while I'll go through it and I'll do the tag team championships myself. Here you can see some of the rankings, even though this is definitely going to change. So we're going to have 56 superstars in total. I want to add more calls and stuff, but again, the game is kind of glitching. We're getting a patch in 2 weeks, so I hope that fixes everything with the calls, but I have a feeling it's not really going to do that. Let me go through with the championships with you. We got, I wanted to do the $1 Million belt for Ted DiBiase, which I think is cool. Hardcore belt with Mankind. He has the tag team and the hardcore. Interesting story about the $1 Million belt is that he was actually supposed to win WrestleMania 4, that tournament for the heavyweight title, but because Macho Man, the Honky Tonk Man didn't want to drop the belt to Macho Man, so they ended up giving $1 Million Man the title, the $1 Million title instead as a, I guess, a sorry, but it ended up being iconic, so that always worked for him. Alright, so let's check out the matches and see what we got going on. Okay, so we got Big Show versus Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship. That's going to be a good one. Ted DiBiase versus Mark Henry. Ooh. X-Pac. He's calling out somebody. We got Christian and Roddy Piper for the United States Champion. That would be an interesting matchup, definitely. We got Jerry the King Lawler versus the Big Boss Man. Trish Stratus versus China. Inside a Hell in a Cell. Holy smokes. Ric Flair versus Rey Mysterio for the WCW Championship. Stone Cold Steve Austin's calling out somebody. And Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant for the Heavyweight Champion. What I want to do is I want to do one match each series. I think I'm going to do the last one, but because it's a championship match, I really don't want to mess with it. As far as, I kind of want to let the computer play it out. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Alright, so let's go through some of these matches. I'm going to simulate all of them except for one of them, the Hogan Andre for the championship. I'm definitely going to play. Let's see, Big Show versus Daniel Bryan. For the Intercontinental Championship, Daniel Bryan retains. Ted DiBiase versus Mark Henry. Ted DiBiase beat him? Wow. X-Pac called out R-Truth. That would actually be an interesting rivalry today. Christian versus Roddy Piper for the United States Champion, and Christian won? Wow. Okay. Jerry the King Lawler versus Big Boss Man. Let's see who wins this. Jerry the King Lawler. Now, an interesting fact. In this game, Jerry the King Lawler is rated an 86. Now, they got his older look, so that's kind of interesting that they did that, but I'm guessing that's from his days in Memphis where he was really a good wrestler. China beat Trish Stratus. Ric Flair retains against Rey Mysterio. Stone Cold Steve Austin calls out The Miz. And let's get into this matchup. This one should be a really good match. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so let's get into this. Oh, did I forget to turn on entrances? I'm sorry, you guys. Anywho, ooh, Andre just shoved Hulk Hogan. This match right here happens to be my favorite match of all time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it was WrestleMania 3, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. Hogan was the champion. Andre was a contender with Bobby Heenan, and Andre at this time just turned heel. It's definitely one of my favorite matches, and I would say the greatest match of all time. I know a lot of people like to go with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Macho Man. Some people say Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. I feel like this was the greatest match of all time. Now, I know the athleticism wasn't there, but these two guys, head-to-head, you know, you had the images of the faces, of them staring at each other. You had the body slam. Just so many iconic imagery with this match. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite matches of all time. And it was in WrestleMania 3 in the Pontiac Silverdome, I believe, in front of a huge crowd. And at that time, it was like the largest indoor event in the history of... I believe any form of entertainment, even like music or whatever. So definitely huge. And then you got these two iconic wrestlers going at it head to head. Andre the Giant, who they claim wasn't beaten in 15 years, even though that's not totally true. But you know, we didn't have internet back then, so everybody believed this guy hadn't been beat, and Hulk Hogan was pretty much the underdog. Most people don't realize how great the World Wrestling Federation did back then of portraying Hulk Hogan, who is like amazing. He's one of the greatest, as what they said, not what I believe. But like he's awesome and he can't be beaten, all this stuff, and yet they still gave him this feeling of here's a guy who is the underdog. You know, in WrestleMania 2, King Kong Bundy ended up attacking him, injuring him before his match. Well, not the same night, but like it was pretty much he was injured, he was hurt, he was the underdog. In WrestleMania 3, you have this guy who hadn't been beaten over 15 years. Hulk Hogan was the underdog, and it's unbelievable. Let's see, he punches him, can't get the big guy down. Okay, he stunned him there, and then he goes down. In the actual match, he doesn't really go down until Hulk Hogan body slams him, which was incredible. Hogan with those iconic punches, and Andre just like shakes it off, throws him into the corner. Yeah, definitely Hogan Andre for me was definitely the greatest match of all time. If you have the WWE Network for just $9.99, I would definitely check it out, or maybe you could find it on YouTube. Hulk Hogan with the punches, the iconic countdown, bang, bang, bam, bam. And Andre is hurt. There you go. Andre is definitely incredible. If anybody didn't know this, Andre the Giant was like the greatest drinker of all time. He can literally, I think he one time downed over 150 cans of beer. And like, he took it like a champ. Andre the Giant is definitely a legend. Hogan going up top, or the second turnbuckle. That was a little Stone Cold move right there. And if, for anybody that doesn't know, Stone Cold is my favorite wrestler of all time. I grew up in the Attitude Era. I mean, I was like 12, 13 years old. Stone Cold, The Rock, The Undertaker, Triple H. I mean, that was the time to be a wrestling fan. Did Hulk Hogan just tackle him? What just happened there? You see how, like, the game sometimes it gets a little wonky, gets a little crazy. I'm still enjoying the game. I'm not gonna lie. Like, as much as, like, as buggy as it is, some of the glitches are funny as heck. Oh, there's Andre's signature move. Andre used that in, what was it, Saturday Night's Main Event against Hulk Hogan, where Andre won the title. For anybody that doesn't know, basically what happened was Andre goes to pin Hogan, and at the count of one, right after the count of one, Hogan sticks out his arm, puts his shoulder up to break the pin, and the referee kept counting, and everybody was like, what the heck is going on? And it turns out, in the story, Ted DiBiase had paid a referee to have plastic surgery to look like Dave Hebner. But in real life, they actually had Earl Hebner come out and go face to face. So people were like, what the heck is going on? And it was pretty crazy. And then he ended up giving the title to Ted DiBiase. And then, it's funny, Ted DiBiase's title reign was never recorded. Like, they don't count it, but they count Andre's, even though Andre only had a 1 count. And it literally is for like a minute and whatever seconds. I don't get it, but it's in the record book. Andre was a WWE champion, though I really feel like he should have had a legitimate run as champion. He was so good. He was such a great, charismatic, entertaining wrestler. Very athletic for his size. He was incredible, and they never gave him a title shot. Though a lot of people say, you know what, they didn't need to because he was the star. Everybody paid to see him. He didn't need that title. The title didn't need him. But I truly believe that he deserved a title run. And I guess that whole give him that 1 minute of a title is him being a champion. But I don't really count it, even though it's in the record book. Hogan completely misses. That's another problem with this game. The hit detection is kind of messed up. Hogan with the reversal. Kicks him in the gut, punches him, punches him, punches him, kicks him, punches him, punches him, punches him, punches. Andre's taking this like a champ in the corner. Okay, now he goes down. Hulk Hogan just stomping him, stomping him, stomping him. You know what's funny? This is supposed to be an 80s crowd, but I cannot tell at all. Like, nobody has like 80s style hair. Andre with the tackle. Steps on him. I think that also happened in the in WrestleMania 3. Punch. I'm very bad with like knowing moves and stuff, so you're gonna hear a lot of "What a maneuver!" a la Vince McMahon. Andre and Hogan outside, which they did go outside of the ring in WrestleMania 3. Andre the Giant picks him up, and Hogan rake of the eyes. This is really good. Really good stuff here. I'm telling you, man, Hogan and Andre, to me, greatest rivalry, greatest match. I mean, maybe not greatest rivalry. I'd probably give that to Stone Cold and Vince McMahon because that was just unbelievable. The way Vince portrayed as a villain, but, I mean, Hogan and Andre is right up there. Hulk Hogan. He slammed him! Is he going for the... Drops the leg! Just like in WrestleMania 3, too. Ref, cover! 1, 2, 3! And Hulk Hogan has won the Winged Eagle belt, the WWE Championship, or the World Wrestling Federation Championship from way back in the day. Let's look at the replays. Kind of late on that boot.
He's getting after it here.
Andre just sweeps him up.
Very well.
And the elbow. In real life, that's got to hurt from Andre. And another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. And then Andre goes for the cover. Ref. Wow, that was pretty good by the ref, because usually the ref stares at him for like 10 seconds. And then Hogan drops the leg. 1, 2, 3. And let's look at the celebration. Oh, just to let you know, I can't have music on this because for some reason YouTube just doesn't like me and doesn't like music. I tried putting it in on my other videos and they were like, nope. Oh, Hogan's playing the guitar. See, Hogan's like the, this is the 2002 version of Hogan. I wish they had the 80s version of Hogan. And like I said, the claws are not like, they're kind of glitching. I love how he puts the belt down and he does his poses. Really awesome stuff. Hulk Hogan. It's funny because this is like, as bad as this game is, this is a great portrayal of Hogan. And I love how he's like testing the crowd. Like this side gives him the biggest cheer, that side gives him the biggest cheer. And if you notice his pose right here, that's dead on to what he used to do. Because sometimes you get a game and they do like the side pose and then they only do it twice on the bottom, but he does it 1, 2, and 3. It's really awesome stuff. They really nailed it with Hogan, even though, again, I wish they had the 80s version of Hogan. Wow. Hulk Hogan. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll check you guys later. Peace.